Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today, or for several weeks, I'm going to be clearing out this garage. It's a long overdue project, just like the vacuum chamber, but we finally got our business loan. I bought a bunch of stuff and we're ready to get everything put together and really turn this metal casting thing into a much bigger thing. So here's our air compressor. And this is the kind of thing that we're going to be seeing across all of the equipment. It'll either look like this as the old version, or it just won't even have existed in the first place. So we're going to have a lot of big upgrades. I got a dedicated buffing wheel. I got a really good DeWalt angle grinder, brushless, so I don't have to worry about it dying after a month. Down here I have a vertical / horizontal bandsaw. There's the cement mixer. There you can see we got the bandsaw all assembled. I got the accessories up there. Got the cement mixer going, so that's all fine. I got the extra bands for the bandsaw. Tons of plaster. Over here I got some new buckets because I got sick of the crappy ones I was using and having leaks and spills, which you can still see the remnants of right here. I got the sandblaster working finally. I did get to sandblast some parts finally, but I think I'm gonna swap out the gun that the tank came with. I think it's a good gun, but it's just way too bulky. The hose is just way too stiff. The gun in there is way too long. And so I kinda wanna use this like handgun looking one. I think it'll be a lot simpler and better to use. I also need to build a shelf or like a rack to prop this up so I'm not on the ground doing this, because that's pretty annoying. But you can see we've been doing some cutting here, and I'll show you in a second what we've been working on. Have some OSB here for that. This is a pretty big deal right here. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. It's a new propane tank. And it's a 100-pound one. So this is a massive upgrade from what we've been using, which are these tiny little guys, compared to this guy. So you can see another one over here. I got two of them. So 200-pound tanks, they hold about 25 gallons, and these ones hold about, I think it's 5 gallons. So this is like 5 of those in one. So not only should this help with the freezing issues I've been having, especially in this cold weather, it'll also make it so I don't have to refill these as often, and I get a cheaper rate because I get bulk price, and so it's just overall better. I did get to try out my new angle grinder, my nice DeWalt one with the kickback brake. It's got the switch, it's a brushless, battery powered angle grinder, and I got some nice diamond cutting discs on here. And man, I gotta say, this cut through the sprues like butter. This thing was very, very efficient, very quick, and I'm definitely happy with that. Not a sponsored video, by the way. So here's what we've been working on. There's my sand casting table right there. My sand's underneath it. I also have some sand here, but I needed another workbench. I just don't have enough room on my desk over here to compensate for all this stuff, because I also have these things I gotta put up there too, and there's just not enough space. It's too overcrowded. I'm gonna put this buffing bench grinder on, and I also got a wire wheel, so I can do that in here. I got my Vevor magnetic tumbler with some extra pins in here to clean up the parts after they're all done. This makes me a little bit nervous because I don't want to ruin the part if it's got something small. So if it does, I might just not even use it, or it looks like there's some speed settings. We'll have to mess around with this a little bit, but makes me a little bit nervous for some parts. I got my flex shaft rotary tool, which is amazing, by the way. It's another V-bore tool. Got a little storage organizer, silicon molds or just a silicon muffin tray for the wax. So when I'm done, I can pour them in there and it'll be nice and clean. I won't have to worry about the steel one down here being all dirty and contaminating the wax. And then a whole bunch of just extra stuff I got, extra supplies. Okay, so we're definitely making some improvements. I'm gonna do a few things kind of just in the background, like resecuring some stuff, cleaning up some stuff, putting on those propane tank adapters, and anything big I'll try to show you guys on camera. It's kind of hard because there's such limited space right now because everything's so cluttered. Okay, the workbench is all done. Got a shelf here and my buckets should, hopefully, if I did this right, slide right under. Nice. Thinking about putting this right here, that way I have one wheel that's kind of hanging over, and that way I'll get like a little bit more freedom as to where I want to like use the wheel. Did put up the shelf here, which I have another one over here that we're going to assemble in a second, but I've been clearing up some stuff now that I got that one shelf in, and then once I get the other shelf in, we should be able to move even more stuff over. Alright, it has been a long time, so in the video you can see snow and everything. I think I recorded that back in like December, January, February-ish time. It is now July, so much later, and I wanted to wait a while before I put this video out to make sure like everything that I got is actually working properly, that it was useful, like things that I didn't actually need and things that I figured out that I actually wanted that I never got. So first things first, I got rid of the cement mixer. I ended up selling that. I did not end up using it like I thought I would. Definitely was using the bandsaw. Almost through all of my plaster and sand already. Gonna have to restock on some of that. I got this oxyacetylene torch set. I thought I was gonna be able to use it to weld some of my failed projects up here, but it's still extremely difficult with something like Nordic gold or aluminum bronze. So I definitely wish I would have gotten a TIG welder, like a really nice TIG welder, and not this little cheap one I got on Amazon. So that's one thing I really wish that I did get. I have a corded one and a cordless one, because the cordless one dies pretty quick. The corded one is really nice for like long-term use. I have this Ryobi bench grinder. I'm not sure if I had that on there, or this vise. I might have gotten that before the loan. I did purchase some of this silicon bronze, which has been some of my best castings so far. I'll show you that in a second. There's some of the overflow ingots that I cast. I did get more crucibles. Here's some more of the crucibles. I got some more refractory cement mix for the furnace. I got a whole box of light salt for my aluminum melts. There's a bunch of my scrap. Got some new spray bottles, which work pretty nice. Some anti-foaming agent for the plaster mix. You can see we got some molds here ready to go. I got the sandblaster all set up. This is one thing I also didn't need, this abrasive media container. I thought I needed this as part of this, but I quickly found out that all you need is just the hose inside to basically keep recycling the media, and it works great. I love the sandblaster. One thing I wish I would have gotten sooner actually, but I'll probably sell this. I did build the shelf for it and everything. Air compressor is also really nice. I got some of these ducts, these steel ducts. I made the mistake of using an aluminum one once, and that ended up in my kiln. You can see we're actually using one right now, 2 of them actually. I prefer the thicker steel ones because I can reuse them over and over again. These ones typically only last about 2 times, and then I gotta junk them. And that stuff is like 20 bucks each, so pretty expensive. Got a Ryobi soldering iron, which is really nice for the wax and the plastic, the 3D print stuff. Milwaukee rotary tool. This flex shaft though has been a real lifesaver. This flex shaft I abused the hell out of. Got a whole bunch of wax stock set up and paintbrushes for epoxy resin. I bought a little hand vacuum. Here's the buffing wheel. This thing has been pretty awesome. There's a workbench and a sand casting bench. You can see we're getting ready to do a big sand cast. I have 2 big boxes here. We're gonna try to do 2 of these axes. This magnetic tumbler though, haven't used once. Also probably gonna end up selling that. It sucks because I feel like I could use it for something, but I don't really think I want to use it. If you haven't already, definitely check out my first masterpiece video. This is that silicon bronze I was talking about. This is what I was able to cast with that metal. Absolutely insane detail, excellent casting ability. Just, it's so good overall. I also cast some of this stuff over here in silicon bronze. Got a whole bunch more stock, so we did get some more spray paint, clear coat, wax, steel wool, sprue wax, epoxy glue, a bunch of bits and stuff, cups for the epoxy resin with the popsicle sticks, hot glue, mica powder, silicone rubber. That stuff was expensive. And then also the epoxy resin, which was also expensive. Isopropyl alcohol. So as you can see, we've definitely made some big changes. Besides the TIG welder, another thing I would have liked to have gotten is a kiln that has like a controller built inside, either with a thermometer or like a timer. But other than that, I got a lot of stuff that I still use. So like 6, 7, maybe even more months later, I'm still using most of the stuff that I got. The only things that I'm really not using are that tumbler and the sandblasting media thing. So anything else, definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you liked the video, definitely subscribe to the channel. We do have memberships now available. So what that looks like is we just have some early access stuff right now, so you can view videos earlier, like as soon as I post them, before they're fully released to the public. And also I'm gonna be planning on adding in some kind of discount stuff from my store. By the way, if you haven't seen that either, I have a store on my YouTube channel, or you can just go to my website directly, themetallurgy.com. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.